The blaze that damaged a large portion of the former Bassett Superior Lines building last Thursday is one of the largest structure fires to occur in Henry County in decades. Star News reporters were on the scene for the duration of the event, bringing breaking news updates deep into the night on Thursday, and we had an opportunity to speak with Henry County Fire Marshal Rodney Howell earlier today about the aftermath and the investigation.
It compares right much to the J.D. Bassett fire. It was a large industrial complex, had a huge fire load, and you had quite a few of the same problems, that is water supply, personnel, getting the apparatus in the proper locations. And then of course you had a huge or large number of bystanders to deal with.
Howell says he attributes the quick response and success in fighting the fire to the professionalism of area firefighters and emergency personnel.
Most of that's training and the fact that they immediately recognized their objectives and determined exactly what tactics they're going to use, such as location of the ladder trucks. One of the biggest problems they had once they had the ladder trucks was the brush fires that continued to catch or ignite on the opposite side of the river. That became a problem. That took some resources. Fire was well managed. You know, they rapidly or immediately established incident command and a command post. They divided the fire up into divisions so that you can maintain accountability to your personnel. And it was all training from the top, from the chief, all the way down to the lowest responding firefighter.
Howell says that although the damage was mostly confined to the portion of the building that was being demolished, there is still a huge loss in recyclable salvage, and these materials were not insurable.
There's no insurance. You can't hardly get insurance on a building you're demolishing. They were demolishing the building, but they were also recycling the materials. The wood in this type of a structure is called a heavy timber construction, and it has large size wood, large dimensions, and all of that is recyclable. It's rare wood. It's sought after by quite a few companies, and the estimated price of the value of that was $250,000. Plus they had the spray booths upstairs on the third floor, which they had already promised to be sold, and they were about $10,000, so it was right much loss there.
Howell says that he will approach this investigation in much the same way as any other, but given the circumstances and the level of damage, he expects this to be quite a challenge.
First of all, you gather your information, and that's what we're doing. We're using film, photographs. We're interviewing witnesses, such as the owner of the company who's doing the demolition work, some of his personnel, some of the firefighters, some of the neighbors. It's pretty much the same thing. We'll probably get into the building tomorrow morning and actually start doing, trying to recreate some of the building. But with the intensity of the fire and the amount of damage, plus the fact you now have 3 floors and a roof all laying in the first floor there, it's going to be a challenge.
Howell says that no cause can be ruled out until the investigation is complete, but at least initially, arson is not at the top of the list.
Arson is the last thing you consider. First of all, you take all your evidence and data and assemble it and put it together. And if you can find any accidental cause that you cannot eliminate as being the reason for the fire, then and only then can you consider arson. It's the very last thing you look at.
For Star News, I'm Scott Coleman reporting in Henry County, Virginia.